Back here in the Big Dome, you're watching live on Solar TV Game 4 of the finals between the Purefoods Tender Juicy Giants and the Alaska Aces. Chicky Reyes here doing courtside responsibilities together with Mr. Dominic Uy. And after 24 minutes of action, it's a tied game at 40 apiece. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a dramatic series so far for both squads as different types of drama unfolded in each of the 3 games. And for those of you who want to refresh your memories of what really happened in the first 3 games, here's a recap of the championship series between Purefoods and Alaska.
Pugnatan against Kirby. Pugnatan, and he ties the game. And a very smart attack. Finito, it looks like he knew that Kirby Raimundo had 5 fouls. Kirby actually was defended there by Sonny. Oh, nice pass. Court the shoot, runs to the up. No goal. Yes. Oh, and there's Robbie Rivas. He gets the block on one side of the floor and the putback on the other. Huge plays the last 20 seconds. The defense of Purefoods that held strong, limiting Alaska to just 77 points. And we said at the top of our coverage, limit Alaska to 90 or less. Chances are Purefoods will.
Backdoor play.
Oh, yeah.
Good Canada in the sky play. Now that has to be a top 5 play. That's right. The Alaska team out from under the dirt. And Control with a big 3 from the corner. Good goal and likes what he sees. James Yap now gives it to Kirby. Kirby takes a 3. And that's a big basket. Purefoods just does not want to go away in this game. Here's Kirby. Kirby now with a step back. Kirby, no! Overtime. Oh, they called a foul? They called a foul! From another angle. Well, Kirby just made his first free throw. He misses it. And that will do it. Purefoods escaping with a win. And Coach Tim Coach and the entire last game squad obviously upset over that call.
Five seconds to that play. Nobody coming out to receive the pass. Miller makes it in the nick of time. Here's a look at that last shot. Look at the angle on that one. Kirby Raimundo under the basket. Out to Canaleta for another 3. They're tied up again at 77. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Kirby trying to work around the D. He gets through with the finger roll. Kirby Raimundo is all fired up as the Purefoods DJ Giants are threatening to bring the Alaska Aces down the hole. Willie Miller almost loses his footing. A second to go. There's the jumper off the glass. No! And the Purefoods DJ Giants have taken game number 3 of the KFC PBA Philippine Cup and now lead the series 3-0.
And there you have it, folks, the story so far of the finals. Now in the next 24 minutes of action, we will either crown the new champs or invite you again here on Sunday for Game 5. We'll take a short break. When we return, we'll break down the first half for you.
LA Tenorio hoping that his team will be inspired by his 3-point shot that ended the first half and tied the ball game at 40 apiece. Earlier in the evening, before we get the very incisive insights of Dr. J, we had the awarding of the Phoenix Fuel PBA Press Corps Writing Contest among the student journalists. The young man from the University of the Philippines, the lady from Ateneo de Manila, and a young man from the Polytechnic University of the Philippines are the bright futures of sports writing in this country.
Okay, yan. Dalawang taga Quezon City, yung isa taga Santa Mesa.
Santa Mesa. And of course, our birthday celebrant tomorrow, Commissioner Sonny Barrios, is there to present the awards to the future. Makikita natin yan. Okay, Dr. J, your thoughts as we show the numbers of this opening half.
Well, Alaska is very fortunate to have come up with a tie here. They did not play well. Obviously, Purefoods had control of the ball game, but let it slip away somewhere in the last few minutes. You take a look at the halftime statistics. Both teams are not really shooting well from the field because certainly of the defense. But free throws, Alaska, they can't complain. They've been given 18, making 12, that's 67%. The other team, Purefoods, only 6, 5 out of 6, 83%. Then we have turnovers, practically even. Points off turnovers, Purefoods getting a lot more and being able to score on fast breaks, doubling the output of the Alaska Aces. No? So, obviously, Alaska still got its work cut out for them. Marami pang kailangan trabaho. Maganda nilaro ni Sanitos, pero kailangan nila makatulong rin ito si Willie. 8 pa lamang ito, si Tenorio at 9. James Yap, despite many misses, obviously feeling the pressure of also having won the most valuable player of the conference with 8 points. Kirby's gone well with 2 3-point shots. Si Roger pa lang may 8, si James 7 pa lamang pala dito.
Dr. J. Alaska in the second quarter, we were beginning to notice that they were crawling, inching back into the ball game, somehow dealing with a bit of the pressure and their confidence growing, and perhaps spiked by that shot of Tenorio. An interesting fact is that they have first possession here at the top of the third.
Yeah, malaking bagay rin yun, maybe to put a statement. Purefoods continues to play with its defense. High pressure, a lot of on the ball, always, guards always there. A lot of good movement here on the part of Alaska. Plenty of time on the shot clock. This is what
great play.
Yan ang
Great play.
ayaw nila mangyari. That, you know, either LA or really is able to penetrate and then the grab pass or the dish off.
Interesting scenario we had actually when we were plotting out our moves for this game. We had decided that whichever team was behind, we would have a report coming in. But now we had the score ending up in a tie, and that's an interesting decision for our producers while our courtside reporters are trying to sort out their reports. But look at this, Alaska beginning to feel good. They are already in the lead after being down by as large as 13.
Well, ikaw rin nagsabi, except if it's a tie. Ayun, nangyari. Nag-tie na. Diba?
Oo nga, no?
Baka nakalimutan mo yung sinabi mo.
Sorry,
Sometimes prophetica, kanina pa tumatawag sa Bible eh.
Nakita ko yung Apostoles eh. Namantala.
That's a good call. The Bans, I think, holding down Rafi Ribes, preventing him from jumping. And he was caught with a loose ball foul.
Dominic, let's start with you.
Well, first on the list for the Purefoods TJ Giants is to share the ball, because when they were sharing the ball, they got up by 10 points. Also, stop fouling. They gave up 18 free throws in the first half. Also, reverse the ball and attack the weak side where it's way easier. And on defense is to make sure that they keep LA Tenorio on one side and limiting his options.
Thank you very much, Dominic Uy. Now, that's always hard for a big man to catch on the run, actually.
Yeah, but I didn't think that, if that was shot, you can see he cannot bend down and pick it up. Nathan should have been able to pick that up. That ball was low. It did not have any top spin to rise up again, but he should have gone down and picked it up.
Rivas creating space.
That's a pretty good play for Purefoods. You get a 6'9" jump hook about 5 feet away from the basket. He just didn't bury it.
Absolutely. Toss trying to push away Raimundo for space.
He's had a good game, making up for all those past 3 games where he could not play. He's got 13 in the ball game right now. Also has 8 rebounds.
Oh, I was about to say, Dr. J, to sort of be a footnote to the point you were making. This is the best output he's had in the series so far.
Well, he has had the most playing time today so far.
Oh, yes.
Hindi pa tayo tapos. Nako, offensive foul by Kirby. And Kirby knew it. I mean, he did, he did not protest vehemently to the call, because he knocked down the defender from behind.
The complexion, the temperament of the ball game, taking the shape of what it has been throughout the series. Quickly to Chicky.
Thank you, Seth. It was an upbeat huddle during the half for Alaska. Coach Tim liked the aggressiveness of the Aces in the latter part of the second quarter. In the second half, he wants his Aces to stick to the game plan, and that is crowd Kirby in the perimeter as he is falling in love with the three-point shot and continue the isolation plays of LA. Seth?
Thanks a lot, Chicky. Fingers jumping up high to embrace that rebound. Rivas at close range. Just can't nail it. Follow up.
You got a 6'9" and a 6'6" Kirby jumping in there. Eventually, the first 2 points for Purefoods in this third quarter. And a blocking foul called on Ribes. And we cannot believe the call against him because it was just a positioning call. No? Actually, pumapasok pa lang si Sanitos. Si Mark pinalitan na dito ni and referee picks up his 4th personal foul.
That is the significant development of that last play. Also, Ryan Gregorio, nothing much to complain about tonight, suddenly with a reaction from his side of the floor.
Well, pinalitan si Pingris, kaso biglang nag-4 foul si Ribis. So, sabi ni Ryan, balik ka ulit, take Ribis out. Can't keep him on the floor. So I remember I told you, the 3 fouls of Pingris with 3 and then Ribis, that
yes,
could be significant for Alaska.
Hindi lang ako ang prophetic, Dr. J. Ikaw ang laging prophetic. Samantala, Rogers in the corner. That play of him driving with the dribble penetration to the basket, medyo basang-basa na ng Alaska. They're trying something different as Kirby unloads. This is not biting.
Tenore is relentless in trying to push the ball up. They don't want the defense of Purefoods to set up. Again, the penetration. And every time that happens, it is good for Alaska. This was what Purefoods had taken away from Alaska in the first 3 games. The penetration of the big guards. Now there are no more high screens. Penetrate on your own on a one-on-one.
Short stab.
You cannot stop a shooter like that, a guy who can score that way.
And Dr. J, LA has what he just said in mind as he tried to beat the defense with the dribble. Just did not go all the way. That shot does not fall. In the meantime, Hugnatan tried to create air space. Was fouled.
That might be on Pingris because he was the one downstairs. Yes, and that is number 4. Pang-apat na niya. Yan ang sinasabi natin. Yan ang mabigat para sa sa Purefoods.
It sort of handicaps them defensively.
Oh, because those are their 2 best defenders in the front court.
Yes. They've been amputated at least temporarily.
Hugnatan has struggled from the free throw line here tonight. He's gone there. He's been given the opportunity, but he has struggled. It's 1 out of 4. And that's struggling.
Time to meet Audrey. Francie Colon's refreshing face of the game. Francie Colon ng pabango ng bayan.
Got a nice smile. Got a lot of dimples too.
Yeah, in this crowd of, in the sea of humanity.
Tawa si Mike sa aking portrayal.
Redoy Tengso. Oh, we've seen him through the years. Since 86.
86, that's when he came in. It was the last year I was a member of the Board of Governors.
I was my first year, 1986. We had only 16 for our first conference that year.
Well, Hugnatan given a reprieve because there was a violation called against one of the Purefoods players. So parang na-cancel out niya yung miss niya. Ngayon, naging 2 out of 4 na siya ngayon.
Sige,
salamat.
Sige, Dr. Roman, humat yan si Roy. Roy Lopez, of course, our scorer.
He's been our perennial scorer here for a long time now.
Yes. You count out of the 35 years of the PBA, he has actually 30.
Willie has the other 20.
Yeah. Yep.
And Jody Vance picks up his 3rd personal foul using his butt. If you will let me, using his butt against Meyerhofer in that play.
Second team foul of Alaska in the period. 8 minutes and 8 remaining. 48-44.
Ang Alaska rin, their big men are getting into foul trouble. Vance has 3. Si Hugnatan, 3 na rin yan. Sanitos has 2.
The battle is up there in the mountains where the Giants of the big men are. Kirby zips it over to Roger. Nice spin. Dish up at the last moment. Trouble, however. But Meyerhofer may have been fouled. Toss reaches for the sky, and the big man of both sides could be in the same boat.
And he acknowledges his mistake. Why did he jump up? The guy was very deep underneath the basket. No way he can make a shot. Reminded by Tim Cole, he has 3 fouls. Alam mo, in a game, especially in the finals, ang referees have a tendency to see a lot of fouls underneath, more than they would see it if it were on the outside.
Enjoy watching the PBA with friends and the new KFC Crushers now with new flavors. Buti yan, hindi pa ubos, oh. Madalas pag kinukuha na natin, ubos na yan, eh. Is there any reason, or it's just because it's a little more intense underneath, Dr.
Yeah, at saka, there's a lot more contact inside. Malapit ka na sa goal, so yung mga bodies mo will be banging in there. If you're playing outside, then you're more on an isolation. Tenorio with his favorite shot, but he has not been making that, and a loose ball foul called against Mike D. Meyer-Hopper. Apat na ang team fouls dito ng Purefoods with still 7:49 left. One more and they will get into the penalty situation.
Miller looks inside.
Purefoods is in a zone right now. But you can see how quick that thing closes out. How well they close out against shooters. Muntik na naman naagawan.
Muntik mga deflect and Devance can't knock it in from long distance. Ball is loose in the hands of Roger Yap. Lead pass to James. James hands in the air. Just up at the last moment. Roger shoots and scores.
Ang lakas ng sure ball ni Roger sa ganon. And a great assist pass from James Yap, not forcing that situation. Tying the ball game here at 48 all.
And Roger already in double digits with 10. Top of the keyhole with Devance. Here's Willie. Uncorks the left-handed shot. Air ball.
They got hit in that play. But of course, incidental contact. Good close out again by the big man. Purefoods really plays a very, very tough zone. And if the ball is not accurately passed, may problema ka.
But these two women were just going bananas with they're Purefoods fans. They're going bananas with every play. They're enjoying themselves immensely.
I'm really glad. Oh, James had an open three-point shot.
Toss dropped the hot potato. Here comes Purefoods. Rushing. Rico Meyer-Hopper. Half on step ahead. Long shot. Big strides of the big man catching up with the follow.
Nakita mo yung mga players ng Purefoods malalaki. Ang pipilis. Pero sila Dibal, sila Tos, ang babagal. Together with Ugnatan in coming down. So that's the problem, the transition defense.
Bukod sa mahaba na, ang bilis mo bumaba.
Correct.
We've got De La Cruz re-entering the ball game, giving Devance a breather here.
Joe Devance is a good player, but he's not as seasoned as a De La Cruz. And right now, Tim Cole needs De La Cruz to give him some extra, points, some extra pep for his team.
Miller asking for the ball. De La Cruz obliges. Into the corner we go with Tenorio. Top of the keyhole with De La Cruz.
There, that pass was accurate. So he gets an open shot, although he missed it, but he gets an open shot, not challenged.
That's a rim rattler, 6 minutes and 10, 2-point Purefoods lead. Yap and Miller getting reacquainted. No, what a move!
He left him eating dust in that play. James Yap.
Watch this. And the MVP of this conference going to work here. And it's a 30-second timeout brought to you by Handy Fix and First Aid ng Bakay Mo, Bonzol. Seals all. Alaska already enjoying the upper hand but has lost the lead anew. Boy, both coaches, of course it's the finals, coaching very hard, but they are now resorting to the deeper motivational tactics, Dr. J, more than the X's and O's.
Yeah, definitely. Pwede ka mag-assign, pwede ka rin maglagay ng X and O's if you want to remind people about the way you're defending. And again, we have the gate attendance being flashed on your screens, about 16,500 people. Probably 17 with a lot of standing room.
And those are some of our winners of the sports writing competition. Some of the regular guys of the sports beat, of course, and a future PBA player being hoisted there.
An offensive foul called against Ugnatan. They're able to break the press, but the 2-on-1, and he picks up his 4th personal foul.
5:54 to go. 52-48. We have Devans quickly up from his seat.
All of those fouls of Nathan are offensive fouls. And he has 7 points and 6 rebounds in the ball game.
He's back on the bench, although he did start tonight. Inside. Oh, great passing! Mayor Hopper hoping to slam that home for emphasis. Ended up being fouled.
But great passing by the Purefoods team created because of the isolation play for James Shot where they had to double. Look what happens here. They had to double. Big man coming around. That extra pass. You know, the formation became a 2-on-1 situation para sa Purefoods.
When it comes to dishing off at the last moment to the open team, Pingris has no problem. It's when he goes to the basket, that confidence still not there. So when he made that pass, he was sure Mayor Hopper would do something with it.
Mayor Hopper wanted to stop that.
Oh, yes.
But De La Cruz wasn't going to give him that. And he might have saved at least 1 point, which could be very critical in a game, in games that have been decided by only 1 point.
Mayor Hopper tapping it from behind, wants the basket!
Cannot break the press. Alaska cannot break the press.
Purefoods fans roaring here. We have a timeout. Just in time to catch the Vans go to the basket. There was a foul upon entry.
Well, you know, you gamble a little bit because if you're going to use your big man as your wiper down there, and that's Meyer Hoffer, and they break that press, obviously sometimes it's going to be 2 big men against 1 when you get to the other side of the floor. And in this case, Kirby gave up the foul. Alaska has 15 turnovers, 19 points for Purefoods. So there's a differential of 12 points. Purefoods is on top by 7. This guy is another guy that's really struggled from the free throw line.
Here's the yap-to-yap connection here. And our KFC delivery assistant to quarter. Enjoy the PBA Finals with Finger Licking Food, 887-8888.
Can't make free throws. 4 out of 8, 50%.
Devan shooting 64% in the tournament in the series, and Mayor Hopper coming to life here.
Meyer Hopper is eating him alive. Not only scoring off him, stealing the ball, and even scoring on a layup.
After relinquishing the lead, Purefoods back in front by 9, and Devans can't nail it and can't get it to drop.
Another foul called against Pingris. That's number 5, I think. Number 4. Pang number 5.
You got it right the first time, Dr. J. I think we'll see it here.
Yeah, Mark Pingris getting also a technical foul.
Galing sa likod.
Got him in the face too.
Yeah, not on the shot.
Well, they have to pick L.A. Tenori to shoot their free throw because nobody can make free throws, and even he cannot make a free throw. So that's the story for Alaska here. They got to the free throw line, but they cannot make free throws.
Quickly to Chiggy.
Thank you, Seb. In the last huddle of Alaska, Coach Tim Cohn gave 3 strong messages. 1, this game is being taken away from us right here, right now. Number 2, that press of Purefoods is breakable only if we take care of the ball. And lastly, no breakdown on defense, no rebound for Purefoods. Stay with your man. Seb?
You should have added a 4th. Make free throws.
Well, the other one is have a heart. Laksan mo ang loob mo. That's very important in basketball. Kung mahina ang loob mo, pag finals, walang mangyayari sa'yo. You should ask the Big J about that. He's not a good free throw shooter, pero pag kailangan pumapasok.
Ang trick ni Sunny noon, titingnan niya ng matagal yung hoop eh.
But
Diba? At saka yun pa rin yung forma niya mula nung Mika days until the very last time he played here.
it's not a high percentage, pero when it has to be done, he will get it done.
This is not for the faint-hearted, Dr. J.
And back to the zone defense. Alaska had 3 free throws, missed them all. They missed their last 5 free throws.
It's horrible in a game like this. LA. Rebound. Toss.
I was traveling in that play, but there was a let-go situation. He lost his footing in that play, and all the Purefoods fans are standing up, reminding the refs.
Of the rule. 17 points and 10 boards by Toss. Aliada does not even try to shake off. Toss just standing. Kirby, and he knew that he should take it strong because that front line saddled with fouls.
Second personal foul of Willie Miller. He wasn't on the Vans, although Kirby just took the ball away from the Vans.
Look at the free throws. Pressure cooker time. Oh, well, it has been since this series started.
The Vans has been taken out. And Team Cody is meeting him. Just probably telling him, you just gotta give it all. You can't be putting your head down here, just because you miss a rebound, you miss free throws.
And Tim Cohn walking along his sideline, telling probably the same thing to his players.
Inuulit pa niya kay Divans, pinuntahan pa niya ulit, binalikan pa niya. That's the motivator in it.
Baka hindi nakuha nung nakadikit baka makuha nung lumayo, ha?
Ito, open. The
Next shot!
The
Next
more
shot!
experienced player.
3:41 remaining. Still far from over here in Game 4. Back with us here at the Araneta Coliseum, the scene for Game 4 finals of the KFC PBA Philippine Cup. Ball game at 57-53. Purefoods back into the lead. Alaska flirted with the lead just very briefly. In the meantime, here's Purefoods with Cañoneta. This shot at the last moment. Traffic jam. Salvador kicks it outside. Yap looked at the shot clock. There was time to spare, and it's cleaned up by Hugnatan.
Purefoods had a chance there to score easily.
Miller.
And finally gets a 3-point play coming up, with that drive of his. So it's another big run here by Alaska. Actually, at this stage, it's already a 7-0 run. And he could make it 8-0.
First, those missed free throws could have changed it, but those are a thing of the past.
Wala na yun. Tapos na yun.
Nagbago na yung laro
At saka inalis na yung player nag-miss.
naman.
Pinahinga na rin si Toss. Miller also missing free throws. Alaska will have to look at that if they should go on to lose this ball game.
A very composed Roger Yap. Just couldn't drain it. Here comes LA Tenorio. Dish off at the last moment, Tony De La Cruz. Dish off to Perios. Look short it is. No lift on that shot.
Okay, he had just come into the ball game. Usually he can bury that shot. And you cannot blame him for taking it. That was a good shot selection.
Yes.
You're open. Jeffrey Carriazo about to be sent to the table. One tough player coming in. Twilight of his career.
But part of that Grand Slam team in '96, a very tough team.
Mother Hopper, you could see it going in. 9 points, majority in this quarter. All of it in this quarter. Excuse me.
Could be dancing the Rico Mambo. Should they hang on?
Rico, huh?
4-point Purefoods edge. Tenorio.
That's a second defender, and the second defender was inside that circle, so automatic blocking foul. And a pushing foul also from the back by KG Canaleta.
Mayor Hopper, Dr. J, what he has done so far.
Terrific. 75% from all areas. Passing grade. Galing sa Lasal yan. Kaya puro passing grade.
Saka Dr. J.
Passing lang.
Okay. Won't even go there. Dr. J. And I think more than the 75%, it's the time when he got caught fire, actually.
Yeah, alam mo, he did the same thing the other game. In game number 3, he and Simon really helped the team coming off the bench in the third quarter. So that's why Coach Ryan has been very, very comfortable. Kahit lumamang ang Alaska, he knows that he's fresh players. Kirby is fresh. When they come in, James Sharp is going to be fresh. That's so important to the team.
One and 50 to go in the third. KG. Salvador.
Well, that's the lack of fight of John Ferreros. But he gave it an effort. He timed his jump properly, just couldn't hold it down.
KG dancing. Salvador thought about it. Here's the guy with the hot hand. This shot at the last moment. Simon knocks it in.
Again, Meyerhofer doing everything correctly. Didn't force that layup. Eventually went to the guy that was open, kicked out, 3-point shot.
Simon with 5 points. Keep in mind he had a great game 3. 12 points there.
Yan naman ang mali ni Meyerhofer, being a rookie. The guy is about 33 feet away from the basket, about to pass, and you push him, but your team is in penalty. So you give a scorer like Tony De La Cruz the opportunity to shoot free throws.
Right at the learning curve, get a chance to witness the conclusion of the KFC PBA Philippine Cup via PBA Click for Tix. Simply log on to www.btv.com.ph and click on the Click for Tix logo. Winners will be announced every Wednesday on and throughout the course of the year on www.btv.com.ph.
Well, a good gamble here, I think, by Coach Stinko. He sends in some shock troopers here because he wants his players like Willie and Tenorio and Toss to be fresh for the grind in the fourth quarter. If Purefoods can get away with it, he's hoping he can get away with it and stay in the game.
Canaleta working against Cariaso. KG shoots from 10.
Just too comfortable. Just too comfortable. I'm 6'6". You're not as quick as you were before. I just shoot over you. And may foul pa. Yun ang problema. So a 3-point play coming up.
Tinaas pa yung kamay, ano? Lalong bumaba, Dr. J. 64-58. And completes the N1. Just a little of everything from Purefoods as they try to close out the series. A win here tonight will give them that title.
And a sweep of Alaska.
Bognatan.
And you have a forward who's 6'6" and can jump. Got a wingspan probably of a 7-foot player too. Again, the isolation for Canaleta.
Myers overshoots. Could be up for the last play of the period.
Seven-point lead for the Giants.
Tough shot. Is Purefoods a quarter away from the title? Or is Alaska going to dig in deep, deep, deep to be able to find one final push? Await the answers to those questions in the fourth.